Hey, I'm Suzanne.
And I'm Annie.
And we have 111 years of experience. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about adult ADHD and how to deal with it.
How to live with it, how to cope with it. Maybe a few tips and tricks, but mostly just kind of saying what it's like.
This is my life.
And it's honest. I mean, that's really the biggest thing is like, say I've got things that I've had to deal with over the years and I learned how to live with them. And now this is just one of those things you learn how to live with and cope with and, you know, and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, ever since I was little, like in high school, being like, I could read, but I always had trouble focusing on what the word said. I could read it, but then while I was reading it, my brain was going, choo, 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 all these other places.
You already left the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to read it again.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to read it again. I'd probably have to read, like if I was taking a test, I would have to read whatever passage at least 3 times.
Wow.
Before I could like answer the questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Always. At least. And then, you know, and I was finishing it, but I had to learn how to be a really fast reader. Because of that.
You knew
it was a coping thing.
So you knew you were going to have to read it quickly because you were going to read it multiple times.
Yeah.
So you knew you had to speed up the process to get the process to be the same timing as everybody else.
Yeah. And I think I learned how to skim before I knew before I knew what it was.
Right.
I had to learn how to skim through it really quick.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and that was in high school. And then as an adult, struggle, forgetful. And after menopause hit, it's gotten 1,000 times worse, 1,000 times worse. But I think I've learned, like, I have to make a lot of lists. Like I have to make a grocery list. I have to make a list of just for today, I have a list, like a morning list of I did this, because I like to check things off.
Mm-hmm. That's there's like a happy moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the happiness right
it's
there.
The happiness, yeah.
Look at that.
Check that. You know, I have it on my phone because I can't keep up with a piece of paper. Like I used to have a piece of paper back before we had phones that would do that. You know, I'd have the piece of paper, I'd write all the things down that we need for the groceries.
Right.
I'd get to the store, the paper would be on the kitchen counter, not in my possession.
Nowhere around.
So I would have to just like figure that out. So, you know, now that there's a notes app on your phone that you can go through.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's helped me a lot.
Because you're going to have your phone on you. You're not going to let your phone away. You know,
not usually. Although that's happened too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
The absent-mindedness. My husband is so not that way. And it's so funny that, bless his heart, he had to marry somebody that had this.
Or maybe that's why you married him. You picked him because he had a skill that I like that skill.
Yeah, because I can't do that.
I can't do that, so I better pick somebody who can. Yeah. That's why I picked mine. Because he can do stuff like that. I thought, wow, look at that. Because he's good at the maths.
Right. Well, see, Greg is too.
I'm not good at the maths.
And he just was like, I don't understand why you don't. And I was like, well, there goes my dad saying, I don't understand why you don't understand.
Why it's just so simple to them. Like they couldn't even imagine that would be a difficult thing. And here we are looking at it from the other side.
Going, we don't understand.
I don't understand.
But then I also learned as a teacher, you learn how kids learn, and then you realize the way you are.
I think that has a big impact.
Yeah. And so I learned I'm a language-based brain. Mm-hmm. Like I could spell. I always made 100 on my spelling tests because I could spell, because I could see the word and spell it out.
You think in words.
I think in words, not numbers. Numbers,
no, not me.
That's a foreign language.
No, not numbers.
I can't number. My math don't math.
And I can do like computation. I can do simple math. I can do
I can do math, but like I can't do it in my head.
Arithmetic is fine. I can do it.
I can do all that.
I do not have the aptitude for any of the
I just can't do it so fast.
I don't have the aptitude
and
for
quick.
any of the higher math. Like it's just not there.
I mean, I had to take algebra in college, but other than that, that was the end of my math, and I was glad. Mm-hmm. I was very glad.
Set free.
To see math go away.
I get it.
Any more math? I'm like, I'm done with that. I'm done with it. But doing like going to the grocery store, having to have things written down being able to check it off and just going through the list and saying, okay, we need this and this and this and this. That's one of the few things that's helped me, be able to get back and forth to the grocery store and get all the things I need.
Exactly. I think that like when you're saying that, it makes me think that the things that most people do, and they really are just like kind of have that little list in the back of their head, and then they just check it off as they go.
Yeah,
that list does not exist for you.
I can't find it.
Can't find it, and you may have made it, but if you didn't physically somehow put it either in your phone,
and have it right in front of me, I can't find it.
It's not going to be retrievable. Right,
it's gone.
Right. And the amount of effort that it takes to do those things is so much greater for you than maybe your average typical person.
Yeah, like I can't recall things sometimes.
Right.
Like, and like I said, I think menopause has made everything 1,000 times worse.
Harder.
So much harder. So much harder. Cheers to being harder, but we're making it. We're doing it.
For real.
If you are interested in learning more or connecting with the said resource, a link to their socials and website will be in the podcast description or post. Also, a disclaimer. No money was exchanged in any way for space in the podcast. We're just trying to help.
Hi, my name is Jacob Cady. I'm with Move House. What we do is we provide a movement-based regulation program for people on the spectrum or with any type of difference. We have aftercare programming and Friday and Saturday open gyms where we get people in, moving, functional workouts, intentional movement, and really just give people a space to come in and be themselves and get some movement in. And if you're interested in following us, you can find us on Instagram at Move House LLC. And then we also have a homeschool tutorial we run where you can find that at Move House HT on Instagram. Thank you.
But like I have to set timers and I have to set alarms. Like this weekend, I'm going to have to keep kids 3 different times this weekend. And if I don't set an alarm, if I don't put it on a calendar, I'm not going to remember. And then my daughter's going to be like, oh my gosh, I need you to be here. And you're not here,
Right.
Where are you, Mom? Mom, don't forget, and she knows to remind me sometimes. But if I have it on the calendar and have an alarm, like today, I have an alarm set that I have to leave at 5:15 because I have to be at her house at 5:45 because Lakin has her first ballet class. First dance class.
Yes. And so
she's going to dance.
And you don't want that to be late. You rushed or
you're right.
So yes.
And she's leaving in plenty of time to get there by 6:30. She's leaving 45 minutes before she needs to, which is fine because the traffic around here is berserk.
You never know. You just never know. That's it. You just can't ever tell. Right?
Yep. So, but if I didn't have that alarm set,
it would be easy for you to go off into another room in your brain and just forget that it's even existed.
And never remember. And it's so frustrating.
Oh, I can only imagine.
So frustrating.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Because...
And then people are like, well, why don't you just take medicine? Well, I think I'm too old to start that. Because my body already has enough issues. I just don't want to add more. I don't want to put anything else in there that's going to make something else wrong. Because I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. I mean, maybe it won't, but I don't know.
I think too, you've done really well about coping. I mean, I think that's another part of it. Is like,
I tried.
You really
it was worse when I was working.
I don't think people know. I think you were able to mask it or hide it pretty darn well.
Oh, my life.
Your whole life. And I think if other people realized how difficult some of those things and how much effort and energy and, how much effort and energy it takes to cope sometimes, that they would be they may have a little different idea about it because it is a lot.
It is a lot,
especially when I will say that there's wonderful things about teaching. Very disciplined, right? There's wonderful things about it. It's very routine. Yeah. It's very ritual. Yeah,
you always have a schedule.
We always have a schedule. Yeah. Everything is on the schedule.
Everything's on the schedule.
By that schedule.
Yes, we do.
We move. That's just, we train them from the time we get them.
Yeah, and we are trained.
We're trained.
Like we can only go to the bathroom certain times a day because of the schedule.
And maybe have 20 minutes to eat.
Yep.
You get used
maybe
to
25 if you're lucky.
And so and just the constant, and the people don't realize either sometimes that teaching is a prep, and then you work and do the prep. to create the thing that you're going to teach. And then guess what? Now you do the work to teach it.
Yeah.
So it's really 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah.
Because now the good things about it, to me, I think that helps somebody is the ritual.
Yes.
The fact that it's always the same, you can count on a lot of it being very similar over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But no, it is definitely
It's tricky. Yeah.
because you are called on with a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And you don't want to take that. I know you would definitely not take that lightly. You
No.
take that incredibly seriously.
Yeah.
So like, it's, I would think it would be very frustrating.
Yeah. It can be. Yeah. And I mean, you can have a conversation with somebody and then completely
Blank.
forget it. Forget what you said, what they said, and zero memory of it. Zero. Like it just didn't stick in there at all. And you don't know why. It's like, where did those words go?
Yeah.
Did we talk about that? And then maybe like days later, you may go, oh, I remember now, and it comes back. And who knows how that happens.
Right.
Where
what
that
triggered
comes from.
it?
Yeah.
What triggered that?
Yeah. So
What would you say your best coping or your best tip or trick really is? I mean, I know we're talking about setting the timers.
Yeah.
But you want to talk a little bit more, like, because I think that's probably it. What you do and how you do it.
I'll take, like, if I have to go, let's say I'm going to meet you, like we're going to go shopping on a day and I have to meet you I'm going to leave here at 10:30 to be at your house by 11. Then I'm going to set a timer at 10 o'clock to remind myself at 10:30 I have to leave.
Right.
So I don't get started on something or do something and get totally blank about,
Because they literally
about where I'm at or what I'm doing and where I've got to be. And because if I start something, like if I start a load of clothes, those clothes are not going to be done by the time I have to leave at 10:30. And my stuff is out in the garage. I can't leave it out there.
Right.
So I have to plan ahead that way too. So I can't do that. So there's maybe something else I can do or whatever. Or maybe I can go take a shower or whatever. But I can't. I have to have that alarm. That 30 minutes before that, like that 30-minute warning,
Right, exactly. Yes.
Other than that, because I have forgotten to be places and to do things. And it's like, how could you forget that? How could you forget?
It's easy to do. Like, it's just
And
easy
it just
to do.
goes- it just
I
goes-
feel like there's like another room in your brain. Like you've got this room of the adulting and all of the things that we're supposed to be thinking about.
Yeah.
And, all of these things and then there's like another room. And
Mine's like an attic.
and it's honestly, it's a little more fun sometimes.
It's a little
because
scary
I'm
up there.
thinking, I'm thinking of all the things that I like to think about.
Yeah.
That's for me. That's like, I'm thinking about the things that I like to do. And okay, I've got my adulting out here in the front. It's like the living room. And then we got the back bedroom, which is actually my favorite place, which is going to be more like, the places that I like to go.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's like that where because it's more fun there. Then it pulls away your attention.
Yeah.
You don't want to, necessarily want to think about
This other thing I got to do.
Yeah. And your brain is just like, no, it's more fun here. Let's just, hey, this is great. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that sounds like that could possibly be a possibility. I don't know. Because it just goes away, like completely away.
Right. Right.
And I have no idea where it goes.
Do you think it affects?
It's like it just flies away.
Yeah. Do you think it affects you in other ways too?
Yeah.
I think that the amount of energy,
probably.
I think the amount of energy that you gave to working and now that you're in a retirement, you have a different perspective, everything's a little different. But when you were working, it took so much.
I would be so tired.
There was such a high percentage of brain function daily to keep up with all of the.
Well, I mean, think about how many, what did they say? Like a teacher makes how many decisions in a day?
Yeah. I've heard this before. Yes.
Like 10,000 decisions in a day, in one day. And we have decision fatigue and we don't, and I might get home on a Friday and Greg will like, what do you want to go to eat? And I'm like, don't ask me another question,
Yeah.
Or you're getting in the car and you just don't even want to listen to the radio. Like you just can't even.
Yeah. I've been there.
You just
I
can't
turn it
even.
off. It's just like too noisy.
Yeah. I don't have anything. I'm just like nothing. My brain is so, it's just gotten so overstimulated, I think.
Yeah. I feel that. I definitely feel that.
So, I don't know. It's just, I can tell a difference now that I'm not going to school every day.
How do you feel? What's the difference?
So much, everything's just easier.
really good.
Yeah, it just feels
Good.
easier. Because, I
Good.
mean, that's a whole other job that I don't have.
Exactly. Well, you think about the amount it was costing,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like it was costing a lot. You know, it cost a
Physically.
lot of physical and mental power was your charge was going
Yeah.
towards maintaining this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, maintaining it. So now you don't have that.
I don't have that. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Well, I mean, you were talking about planning and then actual, like planning is a job.
Oh,
and
yes.
then teaching what you planned is another job.
Yes.
So that's basically 2 jobs that I'm not working anymore.
Well, that's
that I was
good.
working because
Yeah.
I was working about 4. By the time you have the house, to me, that's a job. That's one job. Just keeping the house clean and the clothes washed and that's a whole nother job.
Just keeping that
Just keeping that ball rolling. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a
Keeping the
whole
whole
nother
thing
job.
going.
And I can do it now ish, better. I mean, I feel like my house looks a way better. I mean, I don't mind having people over now.
Yeah.
And before I'd be like, no. I'll meet you somewhere else.
Yeah.
Please don't come in my house.
Yeah. Well, that's,
You know, because it was such a wreck all
And
the
like
time.
you said, I think that you had to put it on the back burner to survive.
Yeah.
It was a survival thing.
Yeah.
You know, you had to put it on the back burner. There was no choice.
Yeah.
What choice did you have? I mean, it was either, okay, I have to work. I have to do well at this job and I'm going to do this and okay.
Yeah.
You know, and then so something had to give.
Right.
And it wasn't going to be your kids and it wasn't going to be, you know, other things or different relationships. It's going to be that house. I'm just going to put it on.
It's going to have to just be pushed over.
Yeah. So now you actually have the brain, the room,
The space.
in your brain and the amount of charge or I would say, you know, battery left to tackle it.
Yeah. Because sometimes I actually remember that there's, even if I don't set an alarm,
Yeah.
there's clothes in the there's clothes in the dryer. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I remember that there's clothes in the dryer. And before I would have forgotten them for 3 days and had to wash them
Right.
like 5 times
Right.
again.
I've heard it said too, like a lot of people, especially older people would always say, oh yeah, they're living too fast. And I feel that
My
sometimes.
grandmother used to say that when I would
You're living
say,
too fast.
I would say,
Oh, I can't keep up.
I can't do this or I can't do that or I'm so tired. She'd say, you're living too fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, what is she talking about? And I
But you
totally
think you
get it
know?
now.
Yeah. You think you know now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And she was right.
Mm-hmm.
We were living too fast.
Right. Right.
And it wasn't because we chose it. It's just because that's what we had to do to keep up with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that right now we just live so fast.
Yeah.
It's just so fast. I mean, it's not even just fast. It's like you're supposed to do 3 or 4 things at once. People think that generally people are like, well, I want to have this and I want to have that and I want this in my life and I want that in my life. But like, I don't know. I just don't think you can do it all. You just can't do it all at the same time.
And you can't do it all well.
No. If the thinner you spread yourself, the less, the less effective you become in the everything that you're spreading yourself
Right.
into. I heard somebody say that the flowers, water, are what grows best is what gets the most
It's water. Mm-hmm.
And it's true. Like the most attention you give to something, then that's really going to be
that's what's going to grow.
what grows, what really, takes off and you have success with is
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was teaching because
You had to.
I had
survival.
to. Yeah. I mean, if I'm not doing it well, I'm not going to get to keep my job.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And that's kind of an important
and
thing.
it's kind of an important thing when you have bills and stuff to pay for. You have to
Right.
kind of have that. So,
Right, exactly.
yeah. So that was where most of my energy and most of my focus was in teaching. So everybody else and everything else just kind of got pushed away
Right.
or pushed back a little bit. But yeah, it's a lot, that part now that I don't have that giant stress, that big giant stress ball on my back.
Yeah. Yeah.
The house is a little easier. I remember to do things a little bit easier, a little bit better.
Right.
So it, yeah, but I still have trouble remembering stuff and doing stuff. Like, I think, I should have called I talked to my mom last week on a Friday or something, and she was like, well, I hadn't heard from you. And I was like, I should have called. What a bad daughter I am. I should have called. And so this week I called on Wednesday. I remembered.
You can set an alarm.
I should set an alarm. Call your mother.
I think that sometimes people think that like I don't really have the I always say I don't have the ADHD. I have the ADD.
Yeah. I mean, that's me. I was hyper
really distracted.
as a kid.
I'm not really like a.
I'm not jumping up and down.
No,
but yeah.
that's not me. But I definitely.
But I'm super distracted.
I definitely have lived in the moment. Maybe more than your average person. Like I really do live in the moment, and then I forget things. So like I don't have any pictures on my camera, like very few, because I forget
to do that too.
I get so wrapped up in what's happening. Yeah. I'm so excited to see people.
Having fun
I'm having so much fun. In my mind, I'm thinking, I feel so good to be able to have a connection with this person. Yeah. I'm not thinking about pictures.
If I remember to take a picture, I'm pretty proud of myself.
I mean, seriously.
But it doesn't usually happen.
But I don't think of it. I just am like in the moment.
Yeah. I always think about it when I'm in the car going home.
Oh gosh, yes. When we're on the plane going back from a vacation, I'm thinking, how many pictures did I take?
I didn't take one picture.
I didn't take one picture. So I always think that's probably part of mine. I don't have for me, I don't have I get blocked. I feel like I get blocked on things. I'll create this thing in my mind that's going to be really hard to do. And then I won't be able to follow through on it, even though I know my adult brain is saying, go follow through on that.
Yeah, you need to do that. You need to get that done.
Why didn't you do that? Where's it at? Come on, get up. You need to do that. Come on, finish that. But I'm and then so I've started setting a timer because a lot of times it takes less than 10 minutes to do that.
Yeah, I've done that before too. Just you're putting something off and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to vacuum because I just don't like to vacuum.
I just don't like to do that. So I don't really want to do that.
It probably took me 10 minutes, maybe 13 minutes to vacuum in here. I mean, this is not a big house. To vacuum in here and the kitchen down the hallway. Yeah. And I'm like, why did I put that block up?
Why did I just not do that?
Why did I just go in and do it and get it over with?
What is up with that? I don't know.
And that's part of it. I've heard
I think it has got to be.
Procrastination.
Is I used to be a perfectionist procrastinator, and now I'm just a regular procrastinator.
Just a regular one. I didn't know there were levels.
Perfect. I'm just am kind of really? Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't know why I don't want to do it because it wasn't I was tired. It didn't even take that long.
I wasn't really tired. I was just avoiding it.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand.
What is that with human nature? I don't know.
I don't know. It's dumb.
It is. Human nature.
It is.
There you go.
So, in conclusion, if you struggle with ADHD as an adult, like I do, well, both of us do, really.
I think a little bit me too. I feel like there's certain things I definitely can see that about myself. Yes.
Yeah. Leave us a comment or tell us, what your struggles are, and maybe we can learn from each other and
if you've got tips or tricks, please share them.
We are always up for that.
Yes. We love a good tip or trick. Yeah. I mean, that is the best. When somebody has something and they're doing something like I said, setting a timer for this or
making a list for that.
Or you find lists already made that you can just follow. Those are the best.
Yeah.
Those are good. Mm-hmm. Or things where someone's already done the planning part. That helps a lot.
That helps an awful lot.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good at that either.
So if you know of something, please share. Please share. We'd love that. And like and subscribe and all the good things.
All the things.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye. See ya.